My name's Mr. Minnick. I'm here to show you a few tricks to dress up your next PowerPoint presentation in order to draw greater attention from your audience and allow you to showcase some of your tech skills. Let's create a PowerPoint. For simplicity, let's create a presentation on dogs or cats. Which is your favorite? Well, we need to have some stuff to work with, so let's create some content. Dogs or cats? And ask the question on the title slide, which is your favorite? Question mark. Now, unlike when we pulled PowerPoint up, we need to create our own slides from here on out. This was given to us. It's very simple to do our own. Go to the toolbar. This is your toolbar. This, by the way, is your film strip work window. This is your working stage. We're going to go to New Slide, and it gives us some option. Do we want title slide, title and content, section header? You can choose what works best for you, but I prefer title and content for our purposes. So we want to get our audience to think about this. So we say, click in the box, why? Question mark. Gives us a bullet point. Do you prefer dogs? Enter return, or do you prefer cats? Question mark. Now here's where we want to take our audience back to the two subjects. So we've created the second slide. We need to create a third slide just like we did the last. Go up to the toolbar, New Slide, select it. It drops right down in this spot. It's blank. We title it. We'll title it Dogs. Now you want to stay organized, so we're going to keep one slide for dogs and we'll create another slide for cats. So we select that slide and then we need to label it Cats. Now we're going to need a little more content. We want our audience to think a little more detail about each of the two subjects of dogs and cats. Let's go back to dogs and enter some interesting facts about dogs. What do dogs do that cats do not? Let's select the proper slide. There's the dog slide. So what do dogs do that cats do not? Well, they protect you. What else? They can go for walks. We want to think about things that are different than cats. They play fetch. They obey their masters. They eat the rest of your potatoes. Okay, now we want to be fair. So we want to give cats their due as well so that it's a balanced presentation. They need to have their fair share of interesting or enviable traits. Regardless of which one you prefer, you want to leave it to the audience. So we click back on cats, and we have to list some interesting things about cats. Well, they are cute. Not that dogs aren't, but cats are cute and cuddly. They are easy to take care of. They allow you to hold them. Sometimes dogs do too, unless they're a huge dog. They purr when they are happy. They don't need to go to the bathroom outside, which is great when it's cold out. But also with that, you do not have to clean up their poop. Now, after a few minutes, we have finally begun to build some nice content. Notice how we selected 5 items for each for cats, and they're not numbered, but they're bulleted. and dogs as well. We want to stay balanced. Again, it's not your choice, but the audiences that you're presenting this to, what they prefer. Oh, here we found a typographical error. Let's correct that. Potatoes. Notice that it still looks pretty plain. On the film strip view, it's very plain. And in fact, we can look at the whole entire slide by going back to the menu, slide show, and select from the beginning to see what this thing looks like. Dogs or cats, which is your favorite. Advance through the slides. I don't like the balance of that. We can space that out a little better. But here's what we got. It's beginning to come together, but we have a long way to go. The next thing we may want to do is change the design of our slides. Right now we have no design. They're just black print on white tile slides. If you look at the top of your toolbar, you can see some drop-down options. You want to find the design menu option, select it, and then you can hover over the design options and see what your options may look like as they're applied to your slides. The change in color is evident, and the change in font, the font size, and the font style. There's lots of them. If you want to see how many selections there are, you can select this button here and look at all the possibilities. And you want to select something that works well with your project, but that isn't too busy or doesn't obstruct what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I'm going to select, this is what's called the solstice design slide right now. So I'll select it, and immediately it applies itself to all of the slides, as you can see over in the film strip window. So all of the slides have been selected as we scroll down through it. Now that we've applied our design theme, it's starting to come together, but let's have some fun. Let's insert some images. We all have images of dogs and cats in our mind, but we need our audience to see those images as well, just to dress this thing up. So we move from the Design tab over to the Insert tab and find the tool called Clip Art. Right here it is. Select it by clicking on it, and then select dog, which is already listed over here in the search bar. So there's dog. Now we want to go to find images of dogs. So dog images now should be loading, and we need to find one that we like. These are illustrations of dog images. You may pick one that you prefer, and all you have to do is select it and drag it right over to the stage tile slide, and it moves over. Now you can change the size of it by sliding on the corner or off the corner of your image right over here, and it will size accordingly. So we find a nice place for it and insert that. To give you another option, you can select photographs of dogs. Now you can also select your own personal photograph, but that will be a later exercise. But if you want to select any photograph, you select the media type and click off the illustrations and onto photographs. And also then go back to Go, and you will see these photographs load. Now, as you can see, some of them are still illustrations, but there are photographs of dogs. And you do the same thing. If you find a photograph that you like, this one's, they're all cute. Let's find one. Let's choose this guy. Photograph of a beagle with a lavender background. Take it and drag it onto the stage. And whoa, that pretty much covers up our whole tile, our whole slide. But you can do the same thing and size it to fit your needs. and put it anywhere in the slide you wish, and you are in business. You can move it around. We'll slide it down so we can see our text. You can move it over here. You can delete by clicking on another image and clicking on the cut option, and that one goes away. We can drag this guy back up in here and put him in place. Now we have to do the same thing for cats. We have an image for dogs, so let's go to our cat slide, pull it up, and search for a cat that we want to apply as an image on the cat slide. So select search for cat images, what kind of media file, illustrations and photographs, okay. Click go, and images of cats should begin to load. So you find one that you like, and we can look for a while. This is a good image right here. Let's grab this one. So you click on it and drag it across to the slide. It's working, it's loading. Whoa. Okay, now don't panic when you see that. Again, you just grab a corner and slide it back into the slide to reveal the slide work that you have done. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to find, oh, I lost it. I click back on the slide for cats, bring that image back, and again size it by dragging or pushing the corner of the image up. And now I have my cat image. Again, you want to be careful not to hide any of the words. So maybe find a good spot for your cat image, place where you have a lot of white space, and drag it over there, and you are set.